thank you for being here. Glad that you're here to share your testimony. You're the first person that we've had,
Okay, cool.
so it's kind of fun, and I'm excited. So where are you from? Are you from Richmond area?
Lynchburg.
Lynchburg.
Yes.
Okay, that's up. Liberty University's up there.
Yes.
Good. And how long did you live up there for?
About 5 years, not long.
Oh, no. Oh, so like
I was just born there.
born there, and
then came here.
Then came here. The family just moved.
Yes, my dad got a job here.
Okay, gotcha. What did your dad do?
Worked at Reynolds Metals as a
Okay.
machinist.
Oh wow, good. And
And
he
so-
did that.
All for the. He retired from there.
Did you really? Very
Yes.
cool. Okay, very nice. And so you grew up here. Did you go to what school did you go to?
Richmond Christian.
Did you really?
Yes.
Like all the way?
From 3rd grade through senior year
Oh wow.
when
Oh,
the
my
church
goodness.
owned it.
Okay, and you graduated from there.
Yes.
Wow. How was your experience?
I
there?
loved it.
Yeah.
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 Small classes.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Not like
that's
a
what I
public
need.
school. Yeah. Sure. That individual attention.
Yes.
I needed that too when I
Yes.
when I was coming up. Yeah. Good. Richmond Christian. And how did you guys hear about Clover Hill and
Actually,
RCS?
we lived in an apartment complex when we first moved here, and Jean Smith lived there also.
Oh, okay.
And so back then they had a bus ministry, and she came and visited us because they had Saturday morning bus visitation.
Mhm.
And she came and visited us and invited us to come on the bus.
Oh, no kidding.
And so my mom packed all 3 of us up and came on the bus to start off with.
And mom too. Mom went on the bus too. Not dad. At
Dad
first,
didn't. Dad
okay.
wasn't saved at the time. So
Okay.
Dad made sure we came,
Okay. Gotcha.
but he didn't.
But your mama knew the Lord.
Oh,
at
yes.
That time. Yeah. And man, so 5 years old, you were riding the bus.
Mm-hmm.
No
My
kidding.
younger brother was 3,
Okay. Wow.
and my older brother was 10.
Okay. So you guys just jump right in,
Mm-hmm.
and so that was Sunday mornings. You would
Sunday
ride the
mornings,
bus.
yes.
And how long did you? How long did you ride the bus for?
We didn't ride the bus long because then once Mom found out where the church was
Okay.
and everything, then we started coming on Sunday mornings, Sunday
It's
nights.
close to here.
Down off of Chippenham,
Oh, okay.
so not too far.
Sure.
And so she found out where it was and was comfortable driving for it.
Yeah.
And we started coming on Sunday nights and
Oh.
then Wednesday nights. They had the Word of Life program for Wednesday nights, and
Okay. And then how long before you were in RCS? After you started coming?
well, I started at RCS in 3rd grade, so we started
Oh, okay.
a couple of years in public schools.
Okay.
But then Mom started driving the bus for RCS,
Oh.
and so we could go to RCS also.
Oh, gotcha. Very cool.
And so,
Man, that's great. I
Yeah.
didn't know you. I knew you rode the bus, but I didn't know that early.
yeah.
That young. So you kind of grew up here.
Oh, yeah.
And do you mind if I ask how old you are now?
I just turned 50.
Did you really?
Yeah,
Wow. Well, you
January.
look great.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. No, I never would have guessed.
In
Never would've
January.
guessed. Wow. Okay. So you've been here for 45 years.
Oh, yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
The things that you have seen.
I've been here forever.
Wow. That's
Almost
cool.
from the beginning. Almost.
Just about.
Yeah.
The church is 52.
52.
Just
So-
recently 52.
Yeah.
So you very early on, and so you remember Pastor Eves and
Oh, yeah.
and all the in between and
Oh,
everything
yeah.
else. Yeah. Man, you should write a book or something. All the things that you've witnessed here.
The life and times of Clover Hill.
Right, something like that. Yeah. 45. Is there anybody here that has been here that long?
Oh, yeah.
Is there really? Okay.
Yeah. They're
It's
of
still
the
around.
older
Sure,
group.
the older
yes.
crowd. Yeah. But they're
Of my age,
no.
probably not.
Yeah. But that's an amazing
But
testimony to stay at the same church. For
yeah, there was a
your
time that
entire life.
I wanted to leave, but that was just during the in between pastors and nobody knew.
Yeah.
And on Wednesday nights I would go somewhere else, but it just didn't feel right.
Sure. So I'm sure that was a tough
It was.
period. Yeah.
And mom never felt led to leave to go anywhere else.
Okay.
So she stayed here regardless.
Wow. And your mom still goes here.
Yes.
She's still going.
Oh yeah.
And faithful as
Yes.
it gets.
She does not want to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
And I can't get Casey. If I wanted to go anywhere else right now, there would be no. Casey
wouldn't have it.
says no.
Not that you want to go anywhere else.
Right, no.
Yeah. And so now you have one son.
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah. And good. Is your dad still around?
Yes.
He is. Okay.
Yes, he does go to another church now.
Gotcha. I was gonna say, I don't think I've met him.
No. Well,
Okay.
you have
I have.
once because he comes sometimes on Sunday nights,
Okay.
but
And
he's just
he's retired,
yeah,
doing his own thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Very cool.
And he's remarried, and they go to another church.
Okay. Gotcha. So tell me about Sunday school early on. Do you remember who your first Sunday school teacher was?
I think Jean Folks was my first Sunday school teacher. I think.
Is that relation to Miss Patty?
Yes, it's her mother-in-law.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And I think it was her. I think.
Okay.
But I have a hard time remembering Sunday school teachers.
Sure.
But back then we had each grade was a different class.
Gotcha.
And so, because we had lots of kids.
Mm-hmm.
And with the bus ministry back then, they had 200 at least kids. And then sometimes it went up to 300. We had that fellowship hall full of kids.
Wow. That's incredible.
And it was just loud.
Kids everywhere. Yeah, I can imagine.
And then the teens were just bouncing out.
Mm-hmm. Were they out in the trailers?
We had another trailer over here because we didn't have the youth trailer here at the time.
Okay, gotcha.
And so they would go to the Sunday school classes, and then they would go into the not youth trailer, but just another trailer.
Okay.
And have it for them.
Okay. But they weren't in the main service either. The teenagers weren't, and that was the case when you were in the youth group too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So a lot of teenagers too then.
Yes.
Yeah. And who was the youth pastor?
We had a couple of different ones. When I went through it, it was Craig Secor was the youth pastor when I went through.
Okay.
That's the only one I really had when I came through.
Okay, gotcha.
And he was really good.
What do you remember of him?
We went to Tangier Island one year, and it was just me and Craig Secor and my younger brother, and about 3 other people, and we were sitting in the missionary house there, and we were all just talking, and he was sitting at the fan. Because it was hot. It was during the summer, and he had a cookie in his hand, and he put it through the fan and acted like it was his toe. Scared the bejeebers out of all of us. But he was very, very caring.
Okay.
He would go out of his way and pick up anybody who didn't want to ride the bus, or anybody who wanted to come to a outing. He'd go around and get them and pick them up. And he was just, him and his wife both were very nice.
Yeah, that's great. Did they have kids?
Yes, they had two kids.
Young at the time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very young.
Gotcha.
Baby and toddler. Kind of like yours.
Okay. Yeah. Very cool. That's neat. So when did you get saved? When did you make that decision?
I got saved in high school, but I never remembered the date.
Okay.
And I just never felt a difference, really.
Okay.
And so here, within the past 3 years, 2 years, because it was when Pastor Mark was here.
Okay.
I just always felt I didn't feel unsaved, but I didn't feel saved. If that makes any sense.
Sure.
And so I talked to Miss Brenda, and we just got it straight back in October of, I think it was 2019. And so we got it straight.
So you came up, in the children's program, youth group, and all that, and just never made the decision. Never
I did. I went forward at school one year when Academy of Arts was there.
Okay.
I remember where I was and what was going on. I just don't remember a date. I don't remember because I was always, I want to say, a good kid, but I never saw everybody says a big change.
Okay.
Or any kind of change, because I was never a bad kid.
Sure.
And that just always bothered me. And so I'm like, well, am I saying? So I went and talked to Miss Brenda about it. I said, I just don't feel like, I don't know. I don't know what I feel.
Yeah.
I do know that I don't want to be a bad influence for Casey.
Sure.
And so if I'm not saved, what am I doing? And she said, well, let's take care of this problem right now if you want to. And I'm like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing. So you knew all the details of it. You
Yeah.
just got it settled in your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
got
great.
baptized 2 weeks later.
Did you? Okay.
And the people at the church were like, "What?"
Like, hold on a second.
Yeah.
I've been here forever.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. I know there's all kinds of stories. There's the school that I went to, the high school that I went to, the pastor's son didn't get saved. I think he was older in his life and had kids and family and everything, but he was away from the Lord and had made some pretty rough decisions young in his life, and so he came back, which is different than what you're describing. But I think it's an amazing testimony of you just letting the Lord work in your life.
I don't know.
Yeah, because I mean, how many people would have sat in church or felt the things that you were feeling, but not come forward, and what a shame that would be. So that's an amazing thing. So you got saved, you got baptized, and did you see the change in your heart? Yes, you did.
I did this time.
Wow.
And so it meant a whole lot more to me this time.
Yeah.
And so I don't know whether I don't want to say that, yes, this time I really did get saved. I didn't get saved last time or what, but I did see the difference.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, that's amazing. That's very cool. And you got baptized. What do you do for work now?
I work at a retail, it's called Retail Data, and they go around and collect data from like Walmarts and Kroger's and stuff like that. I do the travel part for them.
Oh, okay.
And so I make all the travel arrangements for them.
Cool.
Work from home right now, but
oh, nice. That's nice.
So most times.
Okay. Well, let me out of here.
Yeah.
I can imagine. My wife stays at home and with the kids all day long. I don't know how she's cut from a different cloth than me for sure, but staying at home all day long, it's not
easy.
Yeah.
At first I was like, yeah, I think I'd like to work from home. And now I'm like, maybe I'd like to work back at the office.
It's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see some of these companies that realize that they can have their people work from home, but see maybe even some like the mental health of their employees go down. Yeah. Because they're not around people. Yeah. And I wonder if you feel like that would be the case. Yeah. Well, it'll all work out, I'm sure.
Keeping fingers crossed and prayers going.
Fingers crossed. Is there anything, I'm going to put you on the spot, is there anything in your life that you would say the Lord is working on you at this moment? He's shown you something, maybe in your Bible reading or in church, that has helped you or affected you?
Well, in our Wednesday night class, Sally's going through lies women believe.
Wow.
And this last Wednesday, I think it was, we were talking about the emotions that lies tell us. Or something like that. And it's just in general how we believe, our emotions, and that they really are lying to us. Yeah. That we have to be better than so and so. We have to have more money to do this. And if my Christian life isn't better than so and so, then I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Well, that's a lie. Our Christian life needs to be what our Christian life needs to be, not what their other Christian life is. Yeah. And I had a hard time with that at one point. And I think I've been trying to learn on that part of it. Sure. Here recently. And the gossipy part. I used to be one of those. I used to be one of those gossipy people. Okay. And did you know? Da 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 da. Now I'm like, and when I hear people start talking, I'm like, or if I have something I need to discuss, I'll leave names out. Sure. And I'm like, okay, this person really needs to stop doing this. Yeah. And so I'm trying to work on things that I need to work on. Yeah. And that's from the either Sunday morning Sunday school class with Sally, or the Wednesday night class with Sally.
That's a great study.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. I like Ephesians 2, and I think it's verse 10. We're called God's workmanship, and so, and the point of it is God's grace covers us, and so it's not the works that we do, but it's more the works that God does in us. Which you know, is an amazing thing.
Oh yeah.
That God would even take time to work on people like us, you know.
And it's funny because during the class, I'm famous for whatever is being said, a song will pop into my head.
Okay.
And I don't have the filter to stop whatever's popping into my head from flying out my mouth.
Yep.
And so regardless of what's being said, like for that is he's still working on me.
Okay, there you go.
And that would come flying out my mouth.
That's fun.
So there go, Kristie.
Well, that's amazing. That's so cool. What a great testimony that is.
So I when we were talking about the church, this is my church.
Yeah.
And ups and downs, it is what it is.
Yeah. Have you, tell me this is too personal, but have you struggled to make, like, Pastor Mark your pastor? Or have you experienced that in the past? Or have you gone through, you know, the changes that you have?
I have had no struggles with Pastor Mark.
Have you? Oh, cool.
No struggles. I feel that God has put him here.
Sure.
Other pastors that we've had here, I've had struggles with. Pastor Eves, I loved him to death. Abe Simon, loved him to death. But other pastors we've had, there was a struggle. But Pastor Mark, I feel from the get-go, from the first time he was here, I was like, I like him.
Yeah.
And he's down to earth. And it means a lot to me when someone treats my son. I hate this phrase, but when you, as a person.
Okay.
And makes time.
Sure.
For him. And Pastor Mark has done that. Has made time for me to talk to him. Has made time for Casey to talk to him. And doesn't make it feel like, you're here again. Great.
Yeah.
But and that means a lot.
Sure.
And Miss Brenda's the same way. And that it means a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, that is one thing that I have been impressed by, motivated by, is both of them, Pastor and Miss Brenda, their heart for people.
Yeah.
Just since being here.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Good people. Yeah, we are blessed to have them.
Yes. Yeah. I will take them any day. They better stay.
Yes, for sure. Good. Well, thank you so much for coming and being our first guest on our brand new show. And I appreciate it. And God bless you.
Not a problem. Thank you.
Thank you.